Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Crucible Chat. Yes, it's Saturday, it's that time of the week where I get to talk about whatever the fuck it is I want. My name is Mike, otherwise known as the Gadget Addicts, and this week, well, it's been a hell of a sad week, hasn't it? I mean, in the last month now, we've lost Lemmy at 70 years old. On Thursday, we lost Alan Rickman at 69 years old, and of course, on Monday morning, we all woke up to find out that David Bowie had died. And that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about David Bowie's legacy. Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Facebook about the stuff like Black Star was his gift to the world. And it really is a gift. It's a fantastic album. But it's not what I would class as a legacy. Now, a lot of people are saying that his music is his legacy. Because he's had like 26, 27 albums. That is a hell of a body of work. And he has always had a very, very strong body of work behind him. And it's always been so eclectic. And it's always been so interesting. He's always tried different things. And every album sounds very different. And especially with Black Star, he comes right the way out of the left field with something that no one ever expected. But that's, again, not what I want to talk about his legacy. I've seen other people talk about his art. And, his fashion and all these different indelible impacts that he's had on the world. And again, that to me isn't the legacy that David Bowie leaves. Now, see, to me, the legacy that he leaves is the fact that on the day he died, the entire world came together in mourning. You look up and down Facebook, and people who you would never in a million years expect to have liked any of David Bowie's material, expressing their deep sorrow that he died. You had celebrities coming out of the woodwork, you had his producers, you had his his musicians and stuff like that, all coming together to talk about how wonderful he was. World leaders, the world practically stopped for the man. And to me, the legacy that David Bowie left was love, because for one single solitary day, the world was united by something. By the fact that this fantastic artist had passed from this earth and he wouldn't be around anymore, and most of the world was then suddenly coming to terms with the fact that they were living in a world without David Bowie. And I just think that is utterly fantastic, because although, yes, it's such a sad thing that he's died and there'll be no more music from him, there'll be no more of his creativity in this world. People were partying in the streets. There were two major street parties, one in Brixton where he was born and one in New York where he lived. People coming together from all walks of life, thousands of people singing Starman at the top of their voice. And I think that's fantastic. And I've been listening to Black Star since it came out on YouTube a few months ago. And I listened to the album on YouTube last week and stuff like that, and when all the tracks were released on YouTube to have listened to, and it is a fantastic album. But in the context of his death, there are some things that strike you out that everything about it was planned. He knew he was going to die, so he made this album, and it has lots of hints and lots of clues, and there's one verse in particular I want to pick out from Black Star itself, from the song. Something happened on the day he died. Spirit rose a meter and stepped aside. Someone else took his place and bravely cried, "I'm a black star, I'm a black star." How many times does an angel fall? How many people lie instead of talking tall? He trod on sacred ground, cried loud into the crowd, "I'm a black star, I'm a black star, I'm not a gangster." I love that lyric because it's almost like David Bowie saying, yes, I will be replaced. There will be another of me who will proclaim to the crowd that I'm a black star. I am the new David Bowie. I don't know whether he's happy about that or whether he's sad about that, but it's a fantastic sentiment. It is such a sad thing that we now live in a world without David Bowie, but regardless, we now have proof that something exists that can unify everybody. His death showed the world that everyone has a common thought in some way, shape or form. And whether it's common love of a utterly crazy pop genius, or whether it can be the love of anything else in this world, there will be something at some point that unifies everybody again. And it might be the death of another celebrity, it might be the death of anybody else in the world. It could be the birth of someone else in the world. I mean, remember how people went crazy when the two royal children were born, Prince George and Princess... I can't remember the baby's name, but yeah, remember how the world got together with that, or even the royal wedding when William and Kate got married a few years ago. The whole world stopped for that. Hell, we got an extra fucking bank holiday in the UK here. It's these little reminders that in these really sad times that there can be something positive to pull out of it. And even in the bleakest of days, there is always something positive to pull out of it. So, yes, I'm sad that David Bowie died. To be fair, I'm not a massive David Bowie fan, but I adore Black Star, and I really do appreciate everything that he has done throughout his career. The boundaries that he's broken in music, art, in the way he exists, and just everything. I am sad that he's gone, but I'm so happy that I came to this realization that everyone else was sad that he's gone, and everyone was unified, and it was a single thought, and it was a single kind of emotion that was pouring through, and to me that is a little bit wonderful. So that's all I've got to say on this one. I know this one's been a little bit of a rambling one, but these are some weird thoughts that are very hard to put into words. But I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and come back next week for more Crucible chat. Thank you for watching. Good night.